Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the AMX 5100 review, the French Tier 8 heavy tank. So a lot of people have asked for this, and here it comes. So the AMX 5100, in my opinion, is the best Tier 8 tank in the game. This tank gives you all the chances you can need to win a game. It gives you all the tools you need to win a game, and it's all up to you how you use them. And is it overpowered? I don't think it is, because it's easy to play this tank bad. Like it's easy to do 1600 damage, 1500 damage and die, but a good player will make way more out of this tank. So what is this tank good for? Well, it's the one of the three autoloaders that can deal more damage than its own health. And that's not just because it doesn't have a lot of health, it's because the average damage of the tank is 1800 damage in one mag with the top gun, which is quite a lot when you consider that like the most hit points you'll see at tier 8 is like 30, no, what is it, 1600 on the KV4, something like that. Well, it's way less than 1800, that's for sure. And in a good mag you can do those 1800 damage, usually though you end up a bit short and end up with something like 15, well not 15, yeah, 15, 1200, something like that. And this is a bad start for a 5100. Usually you don't want to be taking that much damage with the 5100 at the start of the game. And this is what I'm talking about. It's easy to shoot one mag and then die, but usually you don't want to play your 5100 like that, because usually you die when you get yourself to that low HP at the start of the game. But then again, my rush here delayed them quite a lot, so our tanks can get into positions and start fighting them properly, because if they reach this hill, then our team is kind of screwed right away, and that's not really what you want to happen to your team. So I decided to play aggressive, and I kind of paid the price for it, but then again, our team is here now, and it should be alright from now on. So let's start with the mobility. This tank is faster than some of the tier 8 medium tanks, which says quite a lot for a heavy tank with an autoloader like this. Of course it pays the price with not having any armor whatsoever, so well, for on the other hand, I have had a game with steel wall in this tank a long time ago, so you can't say that it has no armor, but the armor is quite thin, and the gun is pretty damn good. It's the 100 mil, the French 100 mil, 300 damage, 230, no, it was 230 penetration? I think it was something like 230 penetration. The reload time of the magazine is around 46 seconds. You can get it down to 45 with premium consumables. Reload between shots is around 3 seconds as well, which is quite a lot, but for the tier you don't really see anything that beats it apart from the T69. Why this tank, in my opinion, better than the T69? Well, it's quite simple. You can do double the damage in one mag, no matter the reload. Like when you reload, you move around and find a better position, find where you're more useful, and then open up there. And it's quite easy in this tank. One thing you have to understand, sitting while you're reloading and doing nothing is usually not worth it unless you have like 10 tanks in front of you waiting to get shot at. When you reload, it's better to move around the map and just look for opportunities when you are reloaded to open up and do a lot of damage again. Equipment wise, really nice is, well, the standard layout would be ventilations, gun leg drive and vert stab, but if you have a really good crew you might switch out the gun leg drive for coated optics, and that's what I have done, because coated optics are just really good for any tank you drive, especially if it has any speed, and the 5100 definitely has speed, and you can make a lot of use out of the coated optics. And these are some ineffective shots on the KV4 that could have penned, but I hit just below where I was aiming, and the last one tracked him. Crew skill wise, just a regular smooth ride, snapshot, repairs, sixth sense, just the usual things you get. Crew skill wise, there's really not that much, nothing special about it really. This game looks a bit stinky at the moment. I don't think, like, you can't see me doing much more damage before I die in this game, but you never know. Your enemies might be dumber than you think they are. Usually we want to play the 5100 from the second line. Great thing about the 5100 is that the value of the tank drops quite slowly compared to other tanks, especially heavy tanks in tier 8. The higher your matchmaking usually means the shittier your tank gets. Not with the 5100. It is a bit worse in higher tier games, but it's not like oh my god, I can't do shit here because I have 175 penetration or something like that. This tank has really high penetration. Basically what this is a slower Lorraine with a slower reload, and that's a tier 9 medium tank and you're a tier 8 heavy, so it's pretty good. It doesn't have a lot of hit points, that you have to consider when you trying to play aggressive. You have to try to conserve your health, and I didn't really do a great job in that aspect in this game, but it turned out to be fine, and I didn't get shot at that much at the end of the game. This guy really wants to kill me though, so I'm gonna have to try to track him. There we go, and I have one more shot to take, and now I'm reloading, and I have to hope that the Tiger 1 can kill him. 5100 is really good at laying traps. You just sit and wait till your enemies are in the open, and then you go out and start shooting them. You might take one shot. Usually, if you manage to surprise your enemies, you'll take at least 2 shots before they actually are ready to shoot back. So you usually have time. If you are like low health, you usually have time to peek, shoot twice, and run away. If you are willing to take the shot or take the risk of getting shot, then you can just unload, and if you catch somebody in the open, if it's tier 8, you'll most likely kill him. And here's some silly lag. Sorry for not having that much content over the past days, but the server lag on the EU servers was way too bad for me to even be considering playing at the time, because of the videos are completely useless even for YouTube, because the lag was too severe to be able to put out any decent footage. So, well, I'm gonna try to do one more video tomorrow if I get a decent game in one of the tanks I'm about to cover. So yeah, to end up with a 5100, as I said, one of the best tier 8 heavy tanks, in my opinion, the best tier 8 tank in general. It's really powerful, and it doesn't get much worse in higher tier games, which is quite a rare thing for tier 8s. Usually tier 9s are the ones that don't lose their value over the tiers, but this is a really great tank. So here we go, 2000 experience, 364 spotting damage or assisting damage, and 4600 damage dealt to the enemies. So it wasn't a really epic game, but it was alright. It shows what the 5100 is capable of, even when it's not used to its complete strengths. At the start, that wasn't a great play. I took way too much damage to be able to play aggressive in the end of the game, but still, you can get those games going your way even if you take a lot of damage at the start. Just have to be more conservative when you lose your health. So yeah, that's the 5100 for you. It's really great. There's nothing much to add to it. The playstyle, some might not like it because of the long reloads, but I think the long reloads are helping me to think about my next moves in the game and rethink and relook at the map better and not make any stupid decisions. Another thing to add, if you're ever going to be interested in esports, the 5100 is the tank that you want and you need. One of the most used tanks in the esports scene at the moment. Really good at team battles as well, so if you're interested in that, this is the tank you want to get as well. It's a really powerful tier 8, that's more or less everything I have to say about it, and hope you liked the video, and I'll see you on the next one.